Hi, everybody, and welcome to this 30-minute webinar that Jeanette Paradis and myself will be hosting, and looking forward to sharing more of our story and how coaching could fit into your life.
Hey guys, this is Jeanette here in Erie, Pennsylvania, and Rachel and I are sisters, and as she said, we're going to spend 30 minutes together here, tell you a little bit about our story and how coaching works, and we'll take a look at if it's something that could be a fit for you. So Rachel's going to go ahead and get started with a little bit on her background and how she came into all of this.
So a little over 2 years ago, we had just had our second child, and I was trying everything to lose the baby weight. I was exercising every day, and my husband just kept trying to tell me that I needed to burn more calories. I was running, and nothing was happening. I was exhausted. We were just starting up our traditional excavation business, and he was gone a lot of hours. So to get a gym membership really wasn't going to work for our family dynamics. And I came across somebody that is my personally sponsored coach, and she mentioned, joining a challenge group. And so I thought about it. I even bought a fitness program that was Beachbody related. I didn't have any results because it wasn't the right program for me. So I finally reached out to her. I joined an online accountability group that I checked in from my Facebook, and really it was a good click. And there were other women that were having the same struggles, learning how to eat clean, how to make family recipes that everybody would eat. And at the end of the accountability group, I had an amazing transformation, and I just wanted to share it with other people. So naturally, I wanted to share it with those closest to me, and that was my family. And as Jeanette mentioned, we are sisters, and it was just one of those things that I wanted to help other people. And as I started to share with other people, my business started to grow, and that's where Jeanette comes into play. And she was actually one of my first business building coaches. And throughout this webinar, we will talk about the different angles and approaches you can have to this business.
So when I first got started, actually just last week was my 2-year anniversary of making healthy changes. So Rachel had gotten started with her own healthy changes in May of 2013, and she became a coach that August. So it didn't take me too long to decide that after seeing these things work for her with clean eating and home workouts and Shakeology, which is a great nutrition that we incorporate every day in our lives, I saw this working for her, and I thought, you know what? We come from the same gene pool. We have some of the same, tendencies. We grew up the same. We have, because a lot of our relationship with food comes with how we grew up and the memories that we have, and ice cream to celebrate, ice cream for comfort. So anyway, I thought, you know what? I'm going to give this a try. So I got started with one of the programs. I joined one of the Facebook accountability groups. It was a secret group, so it's not like everybody, could see my stuff with what was going on. But I had great results. Between that September and Christmas, I completed my 90 days of my first program, and it was just an absolute change for me. I think I lost like 30 pounds during that time. It was really, really crazy. And so Rachel had been talking to me about coaching. And at that point, I was working, I was homeschooling, I was involved with a lot of community things and church things. I was working, and I just thought, oh my goodness, I don't think I could fit in one more thing. But at the same time, in my household, we were really looking at how to make some changes and how to kind of balance the family budget. We were looking at perhaps downsizing because my husband no longer had the job that he had when we had bought our home. So, I remember my family coming up to Erie and looking at a smaller house in the city and we were looking at selling our home, which we love, in the township. And I just, there was a lot happening, and Rachel kept telling me about coaching, and I kept thinking, I don't know if it could work for me. I don't want to try it. I don't think it's something I would do. So she was asking me about this. I mean, from, within my first 2 weeks of getting started in that September of 2013, finally in February of 2014, I said I was ready. And in March of that year is when I really got started.
So as Jeanette said, that's kind of her story. And then there's this transition where you go into building a business, and it kind of went off of a gut feeling. Like I mentioned, my husband and I have our own traditional business, and he in his eyes really didn't understand the value in what a coach does and how it can really change the dynamics of a family. But I went with my gut, and really, I mean, the cost to be a coach is $15.95. So if I signed up and I invested time into it, there wasn't any sort of upfront money invested. So, from that point of view, being a stay-at-home mom, it really, coaching to me wasn't so much on the income, but I truly just wanted to connect with people. And while connecting with people, then I saw the value in that $15.95. So as I helped more people, then my team started to grow. And in a traditional business, when you are starting out, not only do you have those upfront costs of money invested, you have to, permits, you have to have a building, you have to have equipment of some sort, you have to hire people. There's all those different angles coming into a traditional business, where my coaching business, it was truly just my time invested into the business and that fee of the $15.95. And the really cool thing about that $15.95 is it includes everything in order to be successful from the business side. It has my websites included. Anytime somebody is looking to sign up as a coach or wants to get started with an accountability group, I send them to my link there, and that is how the order goes through. And with that, when Thursday comes around and it's payday, not as far as like the traditional business side, there aren't accounts payable. You don't have anything, payroll taxes, quarterly reports that need to be sent in, cost your business. Really, like I said, the fee is the $15.95 every month, but it includes so much more. It's like my accountant, and that's the price. So like from the business point of view, like I said, it's $15.95, but everything is taken care of behind the scenes. If there's returns or, customer service, those kind of things, I'm not holding stock here at my house with different products. I mean, I'm being proof of the products that they work, and I'm using on them and I'm sharing them, but I would be doing that anyways because that's how I got started with the business. So in my business mind, because I've always kind of had a business mind, going back to being a waitress just to have that fulfillment of working didn't really make sense because it didn't align with our traditional business. But I was missing that driving force, and being a Beachbody coach really kind of lit that fire again, not to just kind of sit by and be passive in life and wait for things. But after being home with our kids for 2 years, I started to realize that this was something that I could do. I could work a half hour here while the kids napped. I could work a half hour here while they went to bed at night. So I'm not having to invest in a babysitter to be able to go to work with my Beachbody business. I truly work it when it works with our life, with our traditional business. And as I see where to put my time, the business has grown, which is really cool.
So within coaching, there are a few different ways that you could approach becoming a coach. And one of the things that we definitely wanted to mention and talk about is that there are no minimum requirements. So we wanted to make sure that we shared about that. As Rachel was saying, you have your cost, your $15.95 per month, and that covers everything. It covers your website, it covers your payment processing, it covers the shipping. And so that's, so that's it. So you've got your $15.95. There's not a minimum requirement in sales to remain active. It's not like you need to sell X amount in products to continue with your business. What we focus on is helping 3 to 5 people a month. And with helping 3 to 5 people a month with getting started, just the same way we got started, that's what will cause your business to really to grow. So the cool thing is, though, is that no matter what point in life you're at, if it's a time in your life where, maybe you're traveling, or you've had a death in your family, or, you just started a new position in your full-time job, or you're having a baby, or you're moving, or whatever, there's not a minimum requirement that you need to reach. Now, we do a lot with setting our own goals. And, you're setting your own goals according to what you want to do with your business. So, sometimes people wonder, who does well as a coach? People who can set their own goals and then work towards them with that internal drive to reach your own goals. That's who does a good job as a coach. So when we talk about coaching, there's a few different levels to it. And you could switch interchangeably between these levels at any point along the way. So the very basic level of coaching is someone who is a discount coach and gets a discount on their own products. They may be, like a little bit of a hobby coach per se. They're interested in health and fitness. It's important to you. Health and fitness is important to you. You've seen some life change because of it. And when that happens, you're going to naturally have people around you. It's probably going to be your coworkers, your family, your friends. They're going to say, how did you do this? I have known you to go up and down your whole life. How is it now, that for 8 months you lost these 20 pounds and they've not come back, and you don't even seem bothered by the donuts in the office. You don't even care. Like, you don't eat them. How is that? So you're going to have people asking you about that, and they may very well end up wanting to get started just like you did. They may want to purchase one of our programs like the 21-Day Fix or something like that, just through you talking about it. So the way that would work as a hobby coach is that $15.95, that you pay a month, you have a website address, even if you don't use it all the time. When it comes time to use it, when you have someone who wants to place an order, we can help you through the steps on that. You would earn the commission on their order. Just a side note, within a tax year, within the calendar year, if you earn more than $600 in commission, you'll get a 1099 from Beachbody. We are independent contractors. It's a legitimate business thing. So you've got someone who wants to do this with you. Now, you're not going to have to be responsible for running a challenge group to support that person. You and that friend, family member, coworker, you can just go ahead and be a part of one of the challenge groups that we already have going. And, you'll kind of be their personal cheerleader in there. So that's a hobby coach. And we also have someone called an apprentice coach. An apprentice coach is working towards building their own business. And in that case, say within that challenge group, maybe I'll be posting in the group 4 or 5 days a week, and maybe you're going to post in the group, 2 days a week or something like that. And I'll help you with that. And I will help you know how to proactively begin to look for potential customers. Whereas a hobby coach, you're kind of more or less, you're just going to take the people who are coming to you. As an apprentice coach, you're going to start to learn how to find people. And like we are helping 3 to 5 people a month, maybe you're going to help, 2 to 3, 4 people a month. And you're going to be a hobby coach, an apprentice coach. Okay, so those are a couple different levels. Another way, and this is what I did, is to become a business building coach. Now, I was a discount coach from October through February. And I got the discount on the products. I didn't generate any income. It didn't have anything to do with my taxes. I kept having so many people ask me what I was doing. Rachel kept asking me if I wanted to have them as customers. And I was like, no, they can just order through you. I can't even think about all that. So, but finally, when I decided to get started in March, I just really, I hit the ground running with it. And I had a plan to build a business. At that point, I had resigned from my riding instructor job where I had a big commute. I liked my job, but it was a big commute and the hours away from home were tough. So I went into this knowing that I wanted to build a business. Like, it was either go for it or not, so that's kind of the flip side of things. If you do come into this and you want to, to really go for it and be successful with it as a business builder, we can also help you to do that. We have people on our team, who start that way and they're moving forward. But again, bottom line is that there's no minimum requirement. And even if you come into this and think that you want to just start as a hobby coach and you're just going to help the couple of friends and family, but suddenly you realize, oh, this is kind of interesting. Maybe I should build a business. Or maybe you come into it thinking you're going to build a business and then something comes up in life and you have to put this on the back burner for a little while. That's okay too. We're here to support you, no matter what. There's no minimums. You pay the same $15.95 no matter which direction you go with it, and you can really make it to suit you. So that's a big benefit.
So next, we, like Jeanette had mentioned, there's all kinds of level with coaching. And with that, Beachbody is amazing with really rewarding coaches. And with my mindset going into coaching, I focused on helping 3 to 5 people every month and being consistent with that. With going through the year of 2014, I actually won a free trip the beginning of this year. I was 9 months pregnant and the trip came around, and then I just had baby Henry, so I actually had to skip out this year on the Success Club trip. But the really cool thing is that a new trip is announced every year. And this coming year here, we'll actually go on the trip in 2016. It's a cruise. We're going to go to Jamaica. There's a bunch of fun stops along the way. And in the year of 2015 that we're in right now, my focus is the same. It's helping 3 to 5 people every month to really live their life to their fullest potential. And with doing so, like I said, Beachbody offers these amazing reward trips. And the cool thing about going on this cruise is, in a coaching business like this, there isn't just one person at the top. You bring people along with you, and as you bring people along with you, your business grows then as well. And so Jeanette and I have both earned this free trip in the beginning of 2016 as well, just by helping 3 to 5 people in this current calendar year. So these are just some added bonuses, added, perks of being a coach and getting started right and sharing your, what you're doing with other people. And like I said, you can take it from different angles, but these are just bonuses along the way.
And so, when we think about, who are the people that are going to be on this trip? Who all is going to be on the boat when we go on this trip in March of 2016? Is this a cookie cutter kind of business? Like, is everybody the same? And definitely not. The answer to that is no. Within the whole company, there are more than 300,000 coaches. They match the descriptions that I had mentioned before. Everything from discount, hobby, apprentice, business building, everybody. Okay, so within that whole company, that more than 300,000 coaches, US and Canada, Rachel and I, we've made our way into the top 1% of the coaches, with our teams. And that's with helping the 3 to 5 people a month and really supporting our team. And, we've been at this, I've been coaching 19 months, Rachel's been coaching just over 2 years. And so it's not like you have to have been in this for 7 years or 8 years or a long time, to be successful at it. It kind of comes back to no matter what your personality is, Rachel's more introverted, I'm more extroverted. No matter what your background has been, Rachel's lived in the same town, like pretty much, her whole life, all in Elk County. I left Elk County when I was 18. I, moved all around to all the different states that border Pennsylvania. I've had so many different jobs along the way. So when Facebook came around, I was like, yay, this is awesome. I can connect with the people around the world who I've known, in different parts of my life, which is awesome, to see everybody's kids and their horses, because I'm a horse person, and, where they live now and all of that. So again, to say, so Rachel, same town her whole life, me lived all over. So coming into this, Rachel, introvert, smaller network, me, extrovert, large network of friends. How is it, that we're both successful with our coaching? Rachel works a traditional business. I'm a mom who homeschooled the last 2 years. I lead different ministry teams. I'm, really involved with volunteer organizations. So, how do we both make this work? Within our team, we have nurses, we have publications people, we have teachers, we have people with, different medical backgrounds. We have stay-at-home moms, we have yoga instructors. We've got, we have a whole variety of people on our team. So again, it's not cookie cutter. It's not that you have to, be a certain way. One of the things I appreciate most about coaching is independence. As a coach, it's your own business. You have the support of a team. You have a fantastic company and proven products with a great reputation, but you can do whatever you want with it. For example, you can decide that, you just love this one program and you want to feature it, and you put together a little, sale on that program. You think of an angle on a challenge group. You want to run, a busy moms group or a healthy holidays group. You can do whatever you want with it. You don't have to go and ask somebody. But yet if you have an idea and want support on it, there's unlimited resources. So it really is, it's kind of the best of both worlds. It's like the people generally that are drawn to this business are positive people. They're in it to help others. It's not like a bunch of catty, cliquish, just tricky women. There's guys in the business too. There are successful guy coaches. It's not that it's all girls. We just happen to have, pretty much girls on our team. But again, so who's good at this? Someone who has goals and has an internal motivator. And that's really, it's up to you. It's kind of being a go-getter is helpful. Again, if you're someone who would like to have a little bit more structure, we can definitely give you a structure like, hey, this is what I do during the hour when I'm, doing my power hour and working on my business. This is what I do on my checklist. You could use this checklist and fill it in with your own ideas, and, you'll be successful that way too. But if you want to do a completely different kind of list and, have a completely different structure to your day, you can do that too. So it's really something that can work for a variety of backgrounds, life experiences, personalities, goals, and we have endless training opportunities.
So next with, just like when somebody comes to one of us and says, okay, I'm ready to get healthy, I'm ready to get in shape, how do I get started? And so we really narrow down a fitness program and a direction. And it's not just about that sale. It's not just about, here's my link, here's my page, and, I hope it works out well for you. No, that's not what it's all about. And same with bringing new coaches onto our team. It's not about just saying, great, you want to do this. This is something that you want to be involved with. Here's the site, go sign up. And I can't wait to see how things work out for you. Our team is really proactive, and by being proactive, it is giving you the tools needed to be successful. So we run online accountability groups if your goals are to become more healthy and fit, and same with coaching. We run monthly ongoing training on how to get started, how to share your story, how to figure out what your story is, how to share and not sell products, because none of us want to be that icky, sticky person that people avoid in Walmart. And I truly believe that we have created a team that is passionate about helping other people, and we're not those icky, sticky salespeople that want to have you run away from us. So our goal in training other coaches is really to find out what your goals are and to meet you with those goals and to move forward in getting started right. We have weekly team calls just similar to this where we connect for 30-45 minutes each week, and we strategize, we learn about what is working for other coaches, how it can apply to our business. I like to share with others how to expand your network, because literally when I started, like Jeanette said, I have a really small network of friends. I had less than 100 people on Facebook, and I had no clue what to do, but I was willing to learn. And that's really what it comes down to. If this is something that you're interested in, I guarantee any successful coach had no clue what they were doing. They felt lost when they started, but they decided to give it a try, to plug into the training that was available, and really, at the end of the day, just kind of taking a leap of faith and trusting that it is something that could work for you and learning along the way.
And as we begin to wrap up this webinar, we want to thank you for joining us. And just kind of, some closing thoughts is why get into coaching? For me, I got started myself as a challenger because I realized I was getting to a point in life. I was age 35. This was 2 years ago at this time. I was age 35. My cholesterol was getting high. I was going to have to start on some kind of medication if it didn't lower. I just really didn't want to have to do that. I didn't have the energy to keep up with my kids. This was 60 pounds ago. I started, I was a size 18, 20. Now I'm a size 10, 12. And, some people come into this business, they're already at their goal weight. That works too. Now, when I started coaching, just 5 months after I began as a challenger, was I at the point in my physical journey that I am right now? No. I got started, I wasn't at my goal weight. I'm still not at my goal weight. Anytime you look at one of those charts, that it's the doctor's office, you're like, oh my gosh, I am still on the journey for sure. But anyway, that's a whole different story. But just to say, it's not that you have to have had a certain transformation. It's not that you have to be at a certain point in your journey. There are coaches who, they try to gain a little bit of weight because they have a metabolism. They want to look at the programs in a way to bulk up a little bit more. So it's really, it's not all about losing weight. It's not about being a certain size. Don't let the name of the company throw you off. When I first heard the name Beachbody, I was like, oh, brother, are we all supposed to be trying for Baywatch and G-strings at the peninsula here in Erie? I don't think so. But really, who we're helping more, you end up helping people who are similar to you in their background, in their experience. So for me, I end up helping a lot of customers who, they want to lower their cholesterol. They want to feel better. They want to drop a few sizes. And when we look around us in society today, health is important. Health is oftentimes neglected. And as a Team Beachbody coach, you become part of a community that's working for the bigger picture to help others become more healthy and to lead more fulfilling lives. We do that within our own team, with the 30 or so individuals who are business building and working with us. Within our larger team, we do that. And as a company, Beachbody is focused on helping others to lead a more healthy and fulfilling life. So I think that that's just a great part of the company that's easy to align with, great core values, and for sure, something that is needed and will continue to be needed within our society today. So that's it from me, Pierre and Erie. Thank you for joining us. And Rachel?
Yep, I'll just wrap up real quick. And like Jeanette mentioned, there's always going to be a need for this. And like I said, there's just something that we're passionate about. We're not selling jewelry, makeup, handbags, and there's nothing wrong with those things. But I want to be able to personally change somebody's life for the better. And so through Beachbody, that is available, and that's something that is an ongoing need and something that we can really truly have a positive impact on people around us. And so, wrapping up, who is this right for? I think Jeanette really touched on that. I seem to bring in customers and coaches that maybe their husband is in the oil and gas industry, or they might be a traditional business owner, a stay-at-home mom, women that want to work on self-confidence, women that really struggle with valuing themselves and really want to change from the inside out and really want to get down to finding what the purpose is and how they can use that to inspire other people. So we will talk to you guys soon and have a great evening.